Good morning, everyone. I'm Jack Darby from Premier Education. We've got another live wellbeing lesson today, and this one is called Why Be Active. Before we start, I want to shout out to Stamford School, Miss Smith's class watching us again. A big shout out to HMS Victory class at Strand Primary. I know they'll be watching us, and to Enfield Primary as well. The Kestrels usually tune in and watch us, and any other schools that are watching there. I think Ormiston, we've got people representing you. We've got schools all over watching these sessions, trying to learn how to be happy, healthy, fit and strong. Today's lesson is about being active. So I've got my shorts on, I'm going to be a bit active today, and I want you to try and join in at home or in the classroom, wherever you are. Can you join in with some of the activities I'm doing today? I have got a water bottle, so if I need a quick drink, I can grab that. I've got a nice bit of space around me. I might be moving over to the side. If I go off the shot, I'll come straight back in, or if I go lower down, you might not be able to see all my body, but you'll be able to see as much as you'll be able to copy some of the activities I'm doing today. If any of the activities that I do aren't suitable for you, modify them. I'll try and come up with a few changes myself to make it easier for you. Do what you can. Let's see if we can be active together and start to understand some of the reasons why it's really, really important and some of the things we can do as well. So let's have a little look today. So today, key objectives, we're going to find out what is moderate and vigorous activity, how much activity do I need, and why should I do it? So we're going to think about answering those three questions throughout the next half an hour or so, as well as being active and having some fun at the same time. So if you're on Zoom, I won't be able to see you or hear you. Put any answers to the questions in the chat bar. We'll be able to go through those. You can speak to the adults that you're with as well. Have a little conversation with them. See if you can figure it out. See if you can remember things that you've seen over the past few weeks. See if there's anything extra that you can add to our conversation as well. If you're on Facebook, then you can put it in the comments there. Even if you're rewatching and you're not watching live, still put it in those comments and we'll be able to go through and tag people in and share this post as well. So let's have a little think of our 4 fundamentals. So when we do funtrition, when we talk about health and well-being, being happy, healthy, fit and strong, these are the 4 areas that help us do it. So if you can remember those actions, the first one, cutting up our food, eating well. The next one, turning on our tap and drinking our water. The next one, moving well, jogging on the spot, doing star jumps. And that last one, having a well-earned rest and getting some nice sleep. So those 4 areas are helping us to stay happy, healthy, fit and strong. Now, in our previous videos, we've talked about these in a bit more depth, and we've gone into areas of eat well and drink well when we're looking about our treats, or from moving well, we're talking about our energy balance, or sleeping well with all the things that can benefit that. So let's have a little look quickly at some of those areas. The first one, eat well. I've covered up one of the areas. Put it in the chat bar. Speak to the adult you're with. Which area have I covered up? Can you remember from my Eat Well guide which one it is? So we're trying to eat a balanced diet. We're trying to eat from all those portions of our Eat Well plate. We're trying to have fruits and vegetables, get us some vitamins and minerals in there. It tastes really, really good. Lots and lots of those, at least 5 portions a day. We've got that yellow area, which gives us lots of energy, which we're going to be talking about and using today. What's it called? Can anyone remember? We've got our blue area, our dairy products and our alternatives in there. And we've got our pink area, our proteins, so things like meat, fish, beans, pulses, that are going to help us get really, really strong, build some protein into our diets and help us build our bodies and repair them. And then off the side to the corner, we've got our sweets, our sugary carbohydrates, which gives us a bit of energy, but it doesn't last as long. And it's not as beneficial as that yellow area, which is our starchy carbohydrates. Well done, those people who got that. Absolutely fantastic. So going into our next area, we have got the drink well area. So we're turning that tap. How many cups of water we have in a day? Who can remember that one? How many cups of water a day? I might be measuring out into my bottle here, and I know that this might be about 3 cups worth of water. So I'm aiming to have 2 or 3 of those a day. But how many glasses of water is that? How many cups of water a day? We want to be hydrated. We don't want to have headaches. We don't want to be overly thirsty or have dry skin. We want to be hydrated, have energy, be ready to go, be nice and healthy. We're aiming to have 6 to 8 cups of water a day. So can you do that throughout the day? Can you have a little bit with your breakfast? It might be that you have a small glass of fruit juice with your breakfast as well, with a meal. It might be that you have a bit of cordial in there as well. But water and milk are fantastic ways of getting those liquids into our body. For moving well, this is what we're doing today. And this is what we're going to be finding out a bit more about today. How many minutes each day should we be active? What does activity mean? What does it mean to be active? Why are we doing it? We're going to find out all those things today. Stay happy and healthy. So 60 minutes a day. We're going to have a little look about what that thinks like, what we think that looks like. And then sleeping well. Having a nice rest. It might be that we're reading a book or listening to an audio book or having someone read us a story instead of going on our screens just before bed, because that can keep us awake. We want to make sure that we're nice and relaxed and nice and clean, brushing our teeth, making sure we've had a bath or a shower, we're nice and washed and ready to go. We're in comfy pajamas, comfy clothes. We've got our room the right temperature. We're under our blankets. We've got our pillows, got our favourite teddy bear. We're all cuddled up, and we're trying to get at least 10 hours sleep a night. So think about what time you go to bed and what time you actually go to sleep after that, and what time you're waking up in the morning. You want to be waking up naturally with lots of energy, ready to go and ready for a day like today. So I've got a question for everyone at home. How much exercise do you think you need each week? Have a little think about it. How much exercise each week do you need? What's going to make you active? And why do we need to do that? Let's have a little look. What do you think? Put it in the chat, speak to your adult. I know that I like to be active when I play football, when I go for a run or ride my bike, or go for a nice walk. I try and be active in lots of different ways, but it's a bit harder at the minute as well. My football team stopped playing, so I can't go and play with them. The weather's not great for a bike ride for me. So what can you do, and how much do you think you need? So we are aiming for at least 60 minutes a day. So if you're age 5 to 11, you should be trying to do 60 minutes of moderate or vigorous physical activity every single day, 7 days a week. So we're trying to make sure that we have that balance. So what does that mean? What is moderate and vigorous activity? Moderate activity, anything that gets your heart beating a bit faster, it starts making you sweat. So I like to think about it, it might be that you can talk while you're doing it, but you can't sing a song. So it might be that it's a bit harder for you when your breathing raised up a little bit, your heart rate raised up a little bit, that it is a little bit difficult to sing, but you can still talk, you can have a chat. So from examples of those things, maybe riding your bike, gently going for a walk on your scooter, whatever it could be, having gentle play might be one of those moderate activities. We can do them nice and easily, and we can add them into our daily routines. We can make sure that we are walking to school instead of going in the car. We can add extra bits of moderate activity. So I'm going to try and do more walking when I can, because it gets my heart beating a bit faster. I can still have a chat, so whoever I'm with, I can have a talk to them. We can have a nice fun time and fun conversation, but I'm making sure that I'm doing some extra bits to get my heart beating, get me sweaty. Now let's have a little look about our vigorous activity. This is when we're breathing hard and fast. We're going to do a little bit of this today. We're going to find out some activities, get us breathing hard and fast. It's hard to talk when you're exercising like this, and we're trying to do this at least 3 times a week. So what could you do 3 times a week? So for me, that might be when I was playing football. It might be when I go for a run. It might be when I do a Joe Wicks workout at home. It might be when I follow one of the Premier active videos on YouTube. When I do something that's a bit more vigorous, a bit harder, my heart beating fast, I'm sweating, I'm finding it's hard to breathe, hard to talk, puffing and catching my breath. So examples of that could be swimming, could be that you're doing a dance workout, could be that you're playing football or rugby, any activity that gets you going really, really hard. You might, if you've been sledging the last few days, you might notice on the way back up the hill with the sledge in tow, it gets a bit harder for you. Your heart's beating faster, your legs are starting to hurt. You're thinking, wow, and then you have that fun flying down the hill. So that kind of thing is vigorous activity. So here's our challenge today. We are thinking about why we should do it. What's in it for you? Here's 10 reasons why it's good to be physically active, and there's 10 exercises to go with them. So what's going to happen? I'm going to start a timer. I'll be in charge of the timer on my watch. We're going to make sure that we're doing 45 seconds of activity. So 45 seconds of activity in your space around you. So if you need to push your chair under, if you need to make a space or move some cushions out of the way, whatever you've got in your way, make sure that you've got a nice little space around you. You just need enough for you to stretch out, maybe jump a little bit, maybe lie down on the floor for a couple of things. We're going to think about having space around us, being safe, but also 45 seconds of being active. And then when we're resting for 45 seconds, I can talk to you about the next activity and also the reasons why we're going to do it. So the first one we're going to talk about is having more energy. We're going to be doing star jumps for 45 seconds. So I'm going to get my timer ready, And being active, doing lots of activity, gives us more energy and you feel good. So if you've got improved stamina, you can be more active. The more you do things, the more you can do without getting tired, the more fun you can have. So make sure you've got a space. You're going to go in about 5 seconds. Are we ready? I'm going to try and do them along with you. I'll show you some modifications as well. 45 seconds, starting now. So arms and legs out to the side. We're moving up and down. We're stretching out as we can. We're making sure we've got plenty of room around us. And as we're doing this, we're starting to feel our heart rate increasing. We might start feeling it in our legs. We might find it harder to talk or take our breath. And what we might do, if you're really struggling with that, you might be able to step out to the side with your arms and legs, or step out and up like that. But see if you can do it on that jump. If you want to make it even harder, crouch down to the ball and make a big star shape in the air like that. But keep yourself moving, doing those star jumps or those jumping jacks. Keep yourself going and you'll start to feel that you've got more energy. So as we're going, we're increasing our energy. We're getting better stamina. That's our 45 seconds at great start. So you might start now, your heart's beating a bit faster. We're ready to go. Let's talk about our next one. We're going to do the invisible chair, sitting down one. We're going to have strong bones and muscles from exercising. So already, my muscles are starting to work in my legs. If I do that, if I move my arms every time I do that, I'm going to get stronger bones and muscles. We're going to think about that as we do our next one. So take a nice breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to go and sit down into a chair as if we are sitting down on a chair. Try and keep your knees above your toes and bend down like this. So we're going to be starting in about 5 seconds. Getting ready to go. Sit down in that chair. And we're not going to go anywhere from there. We're just going to hold it. Just going to try and sit in that chair. So try and keep your knees above your toes. Try and sit right down. Put your arms out if it helps. Put your arms behind your head. Whatever's easiest for you. Now you might think I'm not doing much here. Our heart's not beating as fast in this one like it was in our star jumps. But you might start to feel it in your leg muscles. You might start to feel any pressures on those muscles, making it a little bit harder for you to hold that position. So can you keep your back nice and straight? Can you keep in that chair? If you've got a wall, you might be able to sit against the wall. So you can use that as your chair. Make it a little bit easier for you. But can you hold that position? Can you crouch down? Make sure you're in that position there. Lower yourself down as low as you can go and hold it. You should feel it in the top of your legs last few seconds. Fantastic. And you'll start to feel those muscles working. The more we work our muscles, the stronger we become. We're going to get a strong heart as well if we exercise. So already we know that we can be energized, strong bones and muscles, which help us grow. And now we're going to have a strong heart as well. So our heart was beating faster already. We're going to get it beating faster again. So strong muscles, strong bones, strong heart. Our heart pumps all of the oxygen around our body. And that oxygen contains all of the energy and all of the nutrients that our body needs. All the blood going around our body gives us energy to our fingertips, to our toes, to the muscles that we're using, to our brain as well to get us going. And our heart is really, really important. It's really important we look after it and then we keep it working. Because the harder it works, the more efficient it becomes. So ready to go? We're going to climb the rope. So you're going to climb up, pulling that rope down, lifting your knees up as well. And we're going to be nice and active. We're going to get our heart going. The faster you can go, the better. Can you pull that rope down and pull your knees up too, like you're climbing up a big rope? Keep on climbing. Get those knees up. Pull that rope down. Keep working really, really hard. And think about how your heart's getting stronger. If you're opening your fingers and pulling that rope down, you'll start to get that blood all the way to your fingertips. Might be on a cold day when you're active, you don't realise how cold it is. Because your blood's nice and warm, keeping you going around the body. Keeping you nice and active, keeping you nice and strong and healthy. And our heart is a really, really important muscle. And relax there. Well done. Whew. Feel that heart beating faster again? Fantastic. Make sure you've got plenty of space around you. If you need a quick drink of water, go for it. Our next exercise is going to be press-ups. We're controlling our body weight. So we're thinking about our muscles and our bones and our heart, but also controlling our body weight. We need to make sure that we don't have any too much excess weight, as that can make it harder for our heart to pump around our body. We talked last week about our treats, things being stored as fat around our body. We don't want too much of that. If you're trying to gain weight, it might be that you're adding muscle or you're trying to make sure that you're nice and healthy. making sure that we have that right amount of exercise can help us control that body weight. So, are we ready? Press up's going to go down to the floor. You can do this one stretched out nice and straight like this, keeping your arms bent down, pushing up. So we're working on our muscles and our bones. We're getting right down to the ground, pushing ourselves back up. And we're thinking about how we're controlling our weight down and up. If you want to make it a bit easier, you can go onto your knees and you can stretch down. Try and keep that back straight. Lower yourself down. If you want to make it harder, I know some of our activity professionals at Prem, you can do it with one arm. You have to ask Mr. Dean if you ever see him about the one arm press up that he can do. I'll try and get him to put it on YouTube for you. So we're pressing down and up. We're really stretching ourselves. See what we can do. How hard can we work? And keep our muscles working really, really hard. And relax there. Fantastic work. So we're controlling our body weight. We've got a strong heart, strong bones, strong muscles. We're trying to boost our immune system. We're not going to feel as poorly as often. If we are exercising and we're nice and healthy, our bodies stay healthier and fitter. They find it easier to fight off illnesses and diseases. So we are making sure that we're not missing out on any opportunities. We're not missing out on school or playing with our friends or missing football because we're a bit poorly. We've got more opportunities to join in with these things and then be even more active, have even much more fun with our friends. So for this one, we're going to be boosting our immune system. We're going to be moving out and in with our feet. So they go out to the side and in together. We're going to do 45 seconds of that, starting in about 10 seconds. So are we ready to go? Making sure you're working hard. You might feel yourself breathing a bit heavier now. You might find it hard to talk. Are we ready to go? 45 seconds, starting now. Out, out, in. So make sure your coordination's there. And then we're going to get it faster as we go. So out and in. How fast can you move your feet? Can you be like Ronaldo or Messi or Jamie Vardy, moving your feet really fast? Can you be that gymnast or that dancer who's got that coordination? We're boosting our immune system. We're not missing out. We're involved with everything. Out and in. You feel your heart going again. You feel your legs going. You feel your brain going as well now. We're having to think a bit harder now about out, out, in. If you're struggling, you can just jump out and in like that. Or you can just step to the side. But can you work on that out, out, in, as fast as you can? Last few seconds. How hard can you work? Fantastic. Relax there. Whew. Starting to feel our heart going, getting a bit warmer now. So I'll put the shorts on today because I know we'll be getting nice and warm. Cleansing the body. So when we drink water, we're getting that healthy fluid in that goes around our body. When we're breathing out heavily, like that, when we go out to our mouth, we have to open wide, like a dog panting. Or when we're sweating, we're cleansing our body. Any toxins in our body that we don't need to be there can come out through our sweat or through our breath. And then on the way in, we can get lots of oxygen, which our heart can pump around in our blood. We can get lots of water in, and we're making sure that we're nice and healthy there. We're on to some lunge jumps now. I'm working, trying to get ourselves hot and sweaty, breathing nice and heavily. So, ready to go? We're going to go into that lunge position, and we're going to jump and swap it over. So can you swap from one side to the other, bringing that knee down towards the ground. The quicker you can go, you might swing your arms as well. And you can start breathing in and out through your nose and through your mouth. The faster you go, the better. Bring that knee right down. If you're struggling, you can just step back into a lunge position. If you're doing it this way, stepping down and swapping over those legs. So can you work really, really hard? Can we do those last few seconds together? Jumping, swapping, swinging your arms. You'll feel this in your legs. You'll be able to breathe, breathing out through your mouth. And stop there for me. Fantastic work. Might feel that on your legs now, so your bones and muscles are working hard. Finding it harder to take your breath. You might be sweating a little bit, but we're cleansing that body. When we are active, we can build our social skills and our confidence. So you might make memorable experiences by doing fun things in PE or playing with your friends. You might meet new people. So if you join a football team or a gymnastics club, or you go horse riding, you might have loads of fun, meet new people, gain confidence, improve your social skills by talking to one another, and work really, really hard on staying nice and healthy and happy in these activities. And you don't even realise that you're doing too much activity if you're really, really enjoying what you're doing. So we're ready to go and do some rocket jumps. For these ones, We're crouching down and we're blasting off into the sky. So in your rocket, we're going to fly on an adventure. If you're struggling with the jump, just crouch down and stand up nice and tall. Try and keep those knees behind those toes or above those toes like that. And we're going to jump up into the air. So can you get your rocket ready to go? Do 3, 2, 1, blast off. And really, really work on bending those knees. It's a nice fun one. If there's anyone with you now, you'll probably be having fun together. You'll be talking, improving those social skills, improving your confidence. The more you do something, the more you can speak to someone about it. Can you work on bending those knees, bending right down to that invisible chair that we talked about, and jumping up into the sky. Last few seconds, jump up nice and high. Work really, really hard. Last few. And stop there for me. Fantastic work. Whew. Working really, really hard. On to reason 8, exercise number 8, better sleep. Oh, I love it when I crawl into bed and I just know I'm going to be asleep like that. Happens mainly when I know I've been active that day. If I've been for a long walk or been doing lots of activity, maybe lifting lots of things, moving around, I know that I'm tired. If I've been on my feet all day, I'm ready to go to bed, ready to wind down. And when we're asleep, that's when our bodies heal, grow, recover, remember what we've learned, all those fantastic things. So we're going to climb that mountain today, a little bit like we were if we were sledging. We're going up that hill, we're going to climb that mountain to better sleep. So it's like we're going up the stairs to bed. We're going to go down to the floor. We're going to put hands down on the ground, and we're going to move our feet in and out, and we can swap those legs over. And if you're really, really coordinated, really good, you can start to move your feet very quickly and bring your legs and your knees right up. If you're struggling with that, just start back and step in and out. If you want the next step, swap over your feet, one forward, one back, and swap them around. So can we go really fast for the last few seconds? Can you bring your knees forwards? Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Work as hard as you can for those last few seconds together. Think about how well you're going to sleep tonight, how much energy you're going to have tomorrow, ready to do it all again. Think about different parts of your body that you're using and relax. Take a nice deep breath. If you need a swig of water, go for it. Have a little sip. Reason number 9, we're nearly there. Skills and coordination. I'm going to hang on to my water bottle for this one. You can use anything around you, a pair of socks, a shoe, a cushion, the remote control, whatever it might be, just a pencil, or even just pretend. Grab something. We're going to work on our skills and our coordination. We're going to try and pass this object around our back. You can be talented. You can learn new skills. You can learn how to ride your bike or be better at using scissors. We're improving our coordination. So things like chopping and cutting or drawing can all be helped by doing lots of different activities. Are we ready to go? Get your object. I'm going to make it a bit harder as we go. So grab your object, go around your body. So working on our coordination. Right hand to left hand, swap directions, left hand to right hand. It might be now that we're doing it on one leg, we're going underneath our leg. Can you pass it around? Can you swap over and go the other way? Or when you're there, can you go back the other way? Maybe once around the back, once under the legs. So we're improving our coordination. We're using our brains a little bit now to think about where we're going. We might go in that squat position, our invisible chair, and go back through our legs in a figure of 8 around our legs. Might we go around our legs, around our back, through our legs, and around our back again. So can you work on your coordination, on your skills, show something impressive? You might create your own one up. So you might go one leg, other leg, and behind the back. You can practice improving that one. Relax for me there. Take a sip of your water if you're holding it. And get ready for our next one. Exercise number 10. We're improving our memory and our learning. So when we're active, we find it easier to remember things. We have a reason, we have a memorable experience, and that helps us remember them. When you're feeling great, when your heart's beating fast and your brain's fired up, you learn even more. Which is why it's great to be able to walk to school or ride your bike to school. It's great to be able to play, to be up and active first thing in the morning, because you remember those things. So we're going to go down into our plank position. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to have my feet down on the ground. I'm going to stretch nice and long out. And we're going to go onto our arms like this.
and stretch out. So copy me. Can you keep your back nice and straight? Can you make sure that your elbows are below your shoulders? Stay nice and relaxed. Bring your belly button as if you're trying to squeeze it all the way up to the ceiling, but without lifting your bottom up. And we're thinking about all the different things that we've learned. Can we remember? How many can you remember from today? We worked on our memory. We started with being energized. Comment in the chat if you can remember. We had stronger bones and muscles. We had a strong heart. We had our coordination, the last one, social skills and confidence, better sleep, cleansing the body, relax there for me. How many remember? You know what? I'll give you one more bonus one. We're going to go for a bonus exercise because the reason we do it most of the time and the reason you like to do it is it's fun. So for this one, we're going to be jogging on the spot. We're going to, for our last 45 seconds, we're going to jog on the spot. We're going to be active together. We're going to work as hard as we can, as fast as we can. We're just going to sprint. We're going to run. We're in a race with our friends. We're playing tag or we're playing catch, whatever it might be. We're going to be having so much fun. It might be that you're chasing after that football, you're scoring that last try, or you're running to the finish line. Are we ready to go? 45 seconds, the last 45 seconds we're doing, and we're going to go as fast as we can. Are you ready? On your marks, get set, go. As fast as you can. Stretch those arms. Work really, really hard. Make sure that we're pumping your arms and your legs. So lift your knees nice and high. Faster your arms go, the faster your legs go. Can you raise your knees really, really high? Can you go really, really fast? Can you keep moving your body? You're sprinting now, you're racing to the finish line. You're having so much fun, your friends are running alongside you. You're all doing this together. Come on, how fast can you go? How high can you lift those knees? Last few seconds of our exercises, last few bits of our workout. Here we go, how long have we got left? 10 seconds, let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and through the finish line. Give yourself a round of applause, you're an absolute superstar. Whew. Now you feel all those things again. Your heart's beating fast. You find it hard to talk. You're breathing heavily. You're thinking how much fun you've had. You're remembering all that we've done today. Whew. Really, really good work today. I'm so proud of you for joining in. Welcome for those of you who made it all the way through to the end. Have a little think about some of those questions today. What is moderate and vigorous activity? That was vigorous activity. Your heart's beating so fast. How much of it do we need? An hour a day. We've just done about 20 minutes together. You can do even more than that. You can do it without realizing. If you were playing a sport or playing a game, running around in your garden or going to the park or throwing snowballs, then you wouldn't even realize that your heart's beating fast, that you're breathing heavily, that you're having so much fun, you're remembering those skills. So can you do loads and loads of it, especially over half term when you have a bit more time? Can you do even more of that activity? And why should you do it? Those reasons we listed, we'll go through them again. We had 11 of them in the end, so give you that bonus one. Feeling good, so improved energy, growing, stronger bones and muscles, a strong heart, being healthy, controlling our body weight and how much energy we've got and what our body's using up in terms of energy. Being well, so boosting your immune system, not feeling as poorly. Being clean, so cleansing the body through breathing out those toxins. Being confident with your social skills, being able to do stuff. Better sleep, so being well rested, having more energy for the next day. Improving your skills and being talented, so being able to show people what you can learn. And learning things, remembering things, taking in information, and being nice and happy because it's so much fun. So, well done, absolutely all of you who've done any of those exercises with me, who've started to notice any of those activities that we've done and how they can benefit your life. The more you do those, the better you become at them. The better you become at them, the more you can challenge yourself, the more different experiences you can try, the more proud of yourself that you can be, and the healthier you are. Remember, we're trying to be happy, healthy, fit and strong, so we can live long and active lives, have loads of opportunities and loads of experiences, and be really, really proud of ourselves and have others be proud of us too. So I'm very proud of you. I know that your family will be proud of you as well for taking part today. Well done, your teachers will be proud of you as well. So tell them, share what you've been doing today. Let them know, put it in an email. This morning I went and did this. It was so much fun and I learned this. Write it down. And I've got a challenge for you to think about over the next day and then next week as well. So can you find an activity today that gets you out of breath? What is it that you can do today other than this? So an extra bit. What can you do for 5 or 10 minutes that gets you out of breath. You can do it for even more if you want to. What gets you breathing so hard? What makes you think, wow, that was worth doing? Because at the end of our exercise, even though it might be tough while we're doing it, we feel great afterwards. Our bodies feel a bit more energized. You'll notice now you might have a big smile on your face. You might be drinking water. You might enjoy your food more, and you might sleep really, really well tonight. So can you set yourself an exercise challenge? Write down your score. So it might be, I don't know, how far you can jump or how fast you can run in 10 seconds, how far you can get to. So it might be how many laps of a field you can do in a minute. What can you do? So write it down, practice it, and try and beat it after a few days. So have a little think over half term. What can you do? What goals can you set yourself? And can you comment with your favorite activity and your progress? Thank you so much for watching today. It's been lots and lots of fun taking part in this with you. We hope you have a wonderful half term. You've earned it. You've worked really, really hard. Thank you for being part of our health and wellbeing lessons, staying happy, healthy, fit and strong. And we will see you after half term for some more activities. In the meantime, look on our YouTube channel, visit our Facebook page for more, but we'll see you soon. Thank you so much and have a great week.